Hi crafters, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm G, and guess what time it is? It's paper pumpkin time, and this is the March 2024, and it's called Meandering Meadows. Has some beautiful paper, a free stamp set, and some beautiful stamps. So let's head down to the crafting table and let me show you what it looks like. Okay, let me show you these beautiful stamps that they have. Look at this. We have these gorgeous flowers, some beautiful sentiments, an additional flower over here. Now, these stamps right here actually stamp onto these flowers, so it's a two-step process. And these leaves also stamp on these leaves right here. Now, this stamps in the middle of this flower. You will see in the alternatives that we made, they turned out so pretty. But what you also get is some beautiful cards and some envelopes that are pretty. Now, remember what I told you Maudie and I always do. We take our envelopes and we cut them apart just like this, because we want to use this as background paper, because we can always make our envelopes, right? So we went ahead and did that. So you can see that even though at the end of this video we will have made 10 cards, we have plenty of paper to make another 10 cards very easily. Now the next thing they give you are some cards. We went ahead and we cut these cards apart. Now look how beautiful that is. And does that remind you of some patterned paper that Stampin' Up! Has? Absolutely. This is called Meandering Meadows, and it has beautiful paper just like the cards that they give you. They also give you some cards that have beautiful flowers. Well, we immediately cut those apart as well. So as you can tell, we still have plenty of cards left. And when I say we could make 10 cards still, I think we could make many more than that. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you some cards, and then we're going to make a card together, and then I will show you some more cards. So let's get busy. The first card that I want to show you is this easy flap. Now remember, if we have the directions on how to make this, you need to check below this video and we'll have a link for you. We just happen to have a link with all the dimensions for this. But look what we decided to do. We went ahead and we cut out a circle of the beautiful scenery that they give you, and then we stamped these flowers, we cut them apart and just added to the base of this circle. Just a quick little note card, but how cute is that? Now you can see right here that we used one of the envelopes to create this background, and then we also ran it through an embossing folder just to give it some more texture. But made this cute little card with just a regular base card. Now the next card that we made, look at this one. We went ahead and we cut apart one of those cards. We added it at a diagonal. We added some coordinating cardstock, and we embossed it as well. We stamped those beautiful flowers. Look at those flowers. Love it. And we used their stamp, "You've Been on My Mind." Now, it's a top fold, so you open it up and we just use their stamp. It's the little things that matter. Look at how pretty that looks. We also just added a strip for some more definition. Now we have created a YouTube short, so we will give you a link to see exactly how we did this. Now look at this beautiful card. Let me show you the stamp set that we wanted to use. This goes with that meandering meadow, and when you open it up, it has this beautiful archway, and that's what we used to cut out that beautiful design. Look at that. We also put a little fence from that same die set. We used the flowers from the kit, heartfelt thanks from the kit, and then look at this. This has a border around it. How pretty is that? That just is a die that cuts into the paper. So pretty and elegant. And then we just added a little flower right here. What we felt was important when working with this kit is try to keep most things off the beautiful scenery that they gave us, because really that's the star of the show, right? And finally, before we begin making our card, we decided to do a Dutch door or a barn door, and we stamped our message right here on this circle. We added our flowers. Now we cut those apart so that it just continues. And we have the inside. You've been on my mind. Look at that. We added some gems. This beautiful background just really makes the card pop. So the card we're going to make is a slant card. Now we're just going to move this. And this is just your basic card, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we've cut some mats on the inside. So we're going to go ahead and just add those to the inside of our base card. Now, to cut this slant piece, make sure that you look at the link below this video. It will take you to the YouTube video. And then also, you can just run over to our blog on creativemomentsbyg.com. Go to my blog and just look up slant card, and you'll find all the measurements that you need. But we went ahead and we cut this slant, but now we need to put this beautiful design that was on the card, right? And so what we've done is we've taken one of the cards, we've cut it apart, and here it is. So now we need to add it to this, and I'm going to show you the tip on adding this. Now you can see the margin that we have, which is 1/4 of an inch. What you do to cut this perfectly is you just double it down here. So that's about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to move it up to about right there. And then I'm just going to cut it. So turn it over, grab your scissors, and slice. Now we're going to turn this back over. We're going to move it down. And look at that. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get this one glued down. And we're going to move over to the next one. Do the same thing. You're going to double it to where it's about 1/2 inch. Hold it in place. Turn it over and slice. We're going to glue this one down, and we're going to do the rest the same exact way. Okay, and look at that beautiful design. We have the same margins all the way around, and that is such a quick tip to use to get those panels cut correctly. Now, let's go ahead and see where we're going to lay this down. Now, I want to go ahead, before I put this on the inside, I want to make my stamp go right there. And my stamp is just going to say, "You've been on my mind." So we're going to bring in our favorite stamp pad for sentiments, which is Night of Navy. Tap, tap, tap. Just going to hold it there for a second to let it transfer. Perfect. Now, one more final tip for putting the inside mechanism. You're going to line this score line up with the center score line on the inside. Get your margins where you want them, and we're just folding this over and adding our glue. Okay, we're going to hold it in place, and we're going to fold this one back and add our glue. Now we're just going to push it down and hold it for just a moment. And look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Now remember, you can go below this video and you can get the link so that you can watch the YouTube, or you can head over to our blog on creativemomentsbyg.com and search for Slant card. So we have this. Now we just need to decorate the front. What we decided to do on the front is we took one of our cards and we cut it like a slant. We're adding it to some fresh freesia, and then we're just going to stamp our message right here, and we're going to add some flowers. I'm going to set them up on dimensionals. Now, before I set this one down, I'm going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. But I need to leave this here so I know exactly where to stamp it. Just going to stamp it right there. Bring in our Night of Navy, tap, tap, tap. And now I'll set this one up on dimensionals. Because I'm adding some flowers, I'm not putting any dimensionals right here on the top. Okay, and now we have used our stamp set to cut these cute little flowers. Now, the stem was a little long, so we just cut it off and we glued it to make it a little shorter. So we're just going to add some flowers right there. Just going to put a little glue, and we'll add the rest of our flowers. Now look at our finished front panel. Look how pretty that is. We still have the integrity of this beautiful scene right here, but we've just kind of taken a little bit off the tree, split it diagonally, and added some of those beautiful flowers. So let's get this added to the front of our card. And here we have it. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Just a very simple design, yet really makes this scene pop with those flowers. You open it up and there's a surprise. There's another beautiful scene. So here we go, and let's look at the next grouping of our alternatives. We decided to do this little card. We have our scene right here. We just added some squares. We stamped our beautiful flowers and cut a little bit off the front. Open it up and you have the full flower. Now, we love this frame card. we took once again the envelope and we embossed it with a beautiful embossing folder just to give it some texture. And then we added a frame. We stamped on the inside and we just added these flowers, added a little bow for some added dimension. Look how cute that looks. Just adding this frame and those flowers make it pop. And then once again, we just cut out this little flower and added him to the inside. Now, we had to do an easel card because it was so pretty. Look at that. We used those beautiful flowers, gorgeous grape, cardstock. We added some old olive. We're focusing right there on that flower. We punched it out. Look how pretty that is. We spotlighted that flower. And then when you open it up, oh my goodness, you have plenty of room to write. Look at that. We added our little stopper and we added some jewels to it. And when you set it up, this is definitely a keepsake on someone's desk, right? Now, look at this one. We will have the link below this video and look at what we've done. This is a double diamond. Sets up just like this. But look at what we did. We took the label that they had on the inside kit and we took some yarn, covered it to make it look like a basket, and we added our flowers. And when this one sets up, it is so pretty. It creates a little scene just like this. Now, we all received, with our kit, we got these wooden images. We have a tree and we have some leaves. We decided to take that tree, and to the tree we used this stamp just to give it some spines from autumn leaves. And then we took these leaves right here from Magical Meadow and we stamped on it. And here is what we came up with. We created this slide and lock card. We will have the link below this video. You can see how to create this card. And do you see the leaves? We have the leaves on it. We have the branches in the tree. And it just sits up on your desk just like this. And then you slide it to open up your card. Look how pretty the tree turned out. And then to put it back together, you just slide it down. So, here are our cards. Take a moment and leave a comment and let us know what you think about these cards that we've created. We hope that you were inspired by our alternatives. We had so much fun creating them. And remember, we showed you 10 cards, but we definitely have so much paper and cardstock left. And of course, you have the stamps. We could easily make 10 additional cards. So Maudie and I wish you a wonderful day. Go out and have a fantastic week. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.